Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. My name is Becky and today I wanted to show you what I have packed for myself personally for a 10-day holiday down in South Australia. So for those of you who don't know me, I have recently been experimenting with extreme minimalism when it comes to my personal belongings. We are somewhat of a minimalist family, but I'm always really inspired by being more extreme minimalist because I find that it really helps me with stress and anxiety and just feeling a little bit more control in my life. So it's definitely something that I'm always aspiring to incorporate into my life. So I recently made a video about living as an extreme minimalist in my backpack, and I actually wanted to show you what I packed to bring down to South Australia. So I mentioned in my last couple of videos that we live in Queensland and we were going down to South Australia for a 10-day holiday to visit family. And so I wanted to show you what I actually packed because I've often wondered, you see people who are packing as extreme minimalists and you kind of wonder, is that actually what they brought, and did they end up bringing any extra? And it's not that I'm saying that people are like deceiving us or lying, but it's just often curious at whether or not, and if they did pack that lightly and how it worked and how it went for them during that particular trip. So I thought that I would pack right in the middle of my thought I would show you what I packed right in the middle of our holiday. We have been here for 5 nights already and we have 3 more nights to go. This is our 5th night tonight. And then after tonight, we have 3 more nights. And then we fly back up to Queensland. We stay overnight in Brisbane and then we go home on Friday. So it's going to be a very big week next week. But as I said, I thought that I would show you mid-holiday to show you what I actually brought. So for those of you who have seen my couple of previous videos, you know that I would have a grey jumper. Unfortunately, I left my grey jumper back up in Brisbane on the day that we were flying out to South Australia. So I didn't have time to go and get it from the accommodation that we'd stayed at the night before. So I knew when I come down here that there would probably be a few things that I would need to buy anyway. But I really underestimated the weather. I have forgotten how cold it gets in autumn here in South Australia. And this pile over here are the 3 items that I've bought since being down here. And the rest of the things over here are the things that I packed in my backpack. Now, we do have, as we are a family of 4, a family bag, like a suitcase, and we had a black duffel bag, which was a small one. And originally I was going to pack my packing cube into one of those bags, but it actually turned out that because of the bulkiness of some of the items that my family members needed, it actually took up more room than I expected. So what I did is I just took my packing cube and put it in my backpack. So when I flew down, on the plane with my family, I was backpacking basically because all of the things that I had to use for myself during this trip was all in this backpack. My black bag, however, was packed in the family suitcase. So let me show you what I have. So I am currently wearing a tie-dyed, very brightly colored, very loose kind of almost like an overdress that you would wear over like a bikini or something when you go down the beach. I wore it back up at home because it was very hot, so I did bring this down with me, and I'm currently also wearing, if I can show you, a black tank top and a pair of underwear. So 2 items of clothing plus 1 out of the 4 pairs of underwear that I brought with me. So here I have 4 black tops. They're kind of like t-shirt sort of tops, but kind of like loose sort of shirts. So 1, 2, and 3. I have 3 bottoms, a black skirt, a black pair of leggings, and my brown corduroy skirt there. And I also brought 2 pairs of socks. One of them are currently in the wash. And then I brought my hammam towel, which I really haven't used much since coming down. But that's what I brought. Oh, and I did bring 2 bras and the 4 pairs of underwear in total, but I'm not going to show you those. So that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the tank top makes 8. Now, as I said, plus also, the towel and the 2 pairs of socks. As I said, I underestimated the weather, and while down here, I've had to buy a scarf. There's a scarf there. All 4 of us have scarves now. I needed to buy myself some kind of a jumper, so this is sort of like a sort of a lightweight jumper, which has been really nice. I've been layering t-shirts and my tank top underneath that to keep that warm, and because it doesn't get as cold at home that it does down here, this will be perfect for winter back at home. And I also bought a longer pair of leggings. So one of the reasons for getting this is because it's obviously longer, it's going to cover more of my legs, and I also wanted to replace this old pair of knee-length leggings with that. So while we're here, I'm going to take this old pair out and we're just going to bring that back in. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tank top makes 10. So 10 items of clothing plus 2 pairs of socks and 4 pairs of underwear in total. So that's what I have. Obviously, I'll be wearing them and packing them when we go back home. And I have my clothing, and it all fits into my packing cube. Now, obviously, I'm going to be wearing clothing on the plane. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be wearing just yet. So, I'll have less items in my packing cube when we fly back home. So let's now go through the other things that I put in my backpack. So I have a bottle of moisturizer. I had a clear mascara or brow gel that I'm using it for. I have a tinted lip balm and an eyebrow pencil and my sunglasses. The new purchases while I've been down here has been the CoverGirl Skin Milk, which has been really nice. It's sort of like a foundation, but it's quite light. And I brought myself a new mascara from L'Oreal, which is the Lash Paradise. So there were 2 things that I really wanted to get before leaving, but I just really didn't get a chance. So those are those things over there. Obviously, outside of these items, I do have other toiletries that I'm sharing with my family, but they were packed in the suitcase as our family toiletries. So these are just my own items here. Other things that I also had with me is my chum's wallet. I had my Sennheiser's headphones with me on the plane. I had my travel set of cutlery. I actually had my little Billabong handbag in the suitcase, so that wasn't actually in my backpack when we traveled, but obviously it's mine. I have my Billabong backpack, and that is currently empty, as you can see. And I also had, as a neurodiverse person, a fluffy piece of material that I carry around to help with when I'm feeling overwhelmed. And I also have here on my backpack my Tangle. In my bag, my Body Shop bag here that you've seen in previous videos, I have my amethyst necklace. I have other things in here that is a bit more personal, so I won't be showing you those things. It's just medication and a script that I wanted to make sure that I had with me in case for some unfortunate incident of losing our checked baggage, that I would make sure that I would have our medication and a spare script on me at all times because, we needed to keep the medication with us. And we also packed things in here like some Band-Aids. There was some paracetamol, ibuprofen, and some antihistamines for all of us as a family, because if I brought it with me again, then I know that we would have it on hand. And then last but not least, this was my bag of things to do and entertainment sort of things. I have a yarn needle in here for my hobby. You might have seen this in previous videos. This is my tin that holds some crafty things. I've been making bracelets and things. It's one I recently did that I've been wearing. It's the little gem one that I made that I've been wearing. I have my friction pen. I have a selection of coloured cottons that I brought down with me. There's about 20 of them in there, out of my 60 that I have in total at home. This is my little pouch. It has a ruler, a glue stick, and some mild lighters. I actually haven't really used much of this, but you know, my daughter's been drawing with them a little bit, so that's been okay. And I have another necklace here, my death moth necklace. I haven't worn it since I've been down here, but I'm probably going to wear that tomorrow. Ruler, and what else do I have in here? And I have my journal, which I haven't really been writing in there at all. I've basically just been enjoying my time here in South Australia and just spending time with family. I have a pair of scissors for crafts and another bracelet. And that is it. That's my little, you know, crafty entertainment type, pouch. From here, a very, very minimal amount of jewelry. I do have my ring on and my earrings as usual. And just a few things. This stuff over here is my family. So just a few things, really minimal. Everything packed into my backpack. And honestly, outside of having to buy a jumper and a scarf and leggings, there are some things in here that I could have done without. I could have done without that. I probably could have done without like my ruler and the mild lighters. My cottons have been pretty important because I've been using them a lot. Even though I haven't been using this I would consider that as something that's important. And honestly, I could have even done without this. I have used it a couple of times, but you know, I've had my backpack, so you know, but you know, it doesn't really take up much room at all. I could have packed it in my backpack easily. But yeah, pretty much this is the only stuff that I could have done without. And I could have maybe done without my cutlery, but most of any time that we've had food out, I haven't actually needed to use this because we've either used the cutlery from the accommodation that we're staying at, or it's been kind of finger food and I haven't needed it. So, you know, it's kind of one of those things that I probably would take this with me anyway. But yeah, even with those things, I'm still really happy with everything that I took. And yeah, it's a little bit of a mess now, but I'm going to go to bed because we are going to be going to the Adelaide Zoo tomorrow. And yeah, so that's it for today's video. This is everything that I bought for myself personally. Oh, and I did forget to show you, right behind me is everyone else's washing. I have my socks over there because they need to be washed, and I have my Converse shoes. I brought Converse shoes, and I also brought my thongs, which are flip-flops. So, yeah, so I did bring the shoes, but they're just somewhere else. So that's it from me today. I've hoped you've enjoyed this in the actual middle of our holiday video. It's a little rough. I don't know how I'm going to edit this just yet. So until next time, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.